Welcome back, everybody! Good to see everybody. And I've got some fun things maybe planned. Yes, I've got fun things for you guys. So, this is in preparation of the live stream that is on Monday. We need to create a town square, and I came up with some ideas as to what could potentially be in this town square. That is not to say that these are absolute, and there are more options than there are buildings. So, I don't know exactly what is going to go where, but I'm going to put in some flooring and some walls and some figuring out, and this is kind of the space that we'll be working with, and here is our road, and it does legit go all the way down to the ocean, and way distance away is the warehouses that we worked on. But I've got a lot of work to do. Alrighty, I think we have our buildings in place. Over here, we have an art gallery. Over here, we have a bookstore. We've got a flower shop, a bakery, and a barber and hairstylist. Salon words. And then we've got a clothing store, a jewelry store. That's right. And a shoe store. And on top of the jewelry store is probably apartments or something. But we're going to see how much of this I can actually get done. I am not promising that I'm getting all of this done within this episode. One building down, let's go take a look. Alright, so the way this works is that we are going to be showing off each building one at a time, and hopefully we'll get through as many buildings as we possibly can. It is also why I will be talking very quickly so that I can shove in as many of these buildings as I potentially can into this episode. But we started off with the shoe store. And as you can see, we've got all kinds of counters and window displays, and we've got some seating. And this is something that I really wish each and every place that ever sells shoes would have, is a floor that allowed you to hear how the shoes sound on different surfaces. But we have a floor-length mirror. We've got little mirrors on the ground so that you can see how your shoes look. We've got a cash register and some shelving for packages, and all kinds of things in here. And if we travel upstairs, we have where all of the shoes would be kept. Now, this place in particular would have at least 2 to 3 employees. One of them is going to be up here running the shoes down through the dumbwaiter to the down below, and the other person is going to be giving them to the customer to be able to try on. They're going to be passing things back and forth continuously. But yeah, that's basically how this place works. Is you would just continuously be passing the shoes upstairs, downstairs, and occasionally the employees would see one another. Not always. If it was like Christmas time, you'd be busy constantly. You'd have like 4 or 5 employees around here. But yeah. So this is the shoe store. And I have no name for it currently. You guys can name it if you'd like, and let me know in the comments section. I'm creating a vault, and as a realistic touch, I just wanted to remind you guys, make sure that your vault is going to be secure. That means that even though you will never see the copper in here, the beams, again, one of the realistic touches I like to do is still put them in. That way I can remember that this is an actually secure vault, because if it wasn't, you know that a couple of my characters would be trying to get into this vault the moment they came into the Kingdom of Soul, And there is a point where they could do that. So, within the storyline. So, always make sure your vaults are secure. We have a jewelry store. It's a little hole in the wall, and that's perfect for jewelry stores because they don't need to be very large because their items are very small. So here's all of our cases. We've got a couple of tables in order for the staff to be able to talk to the customers in a more intimate setting if need be. We've got a couple of chandeliers on the ceiling as well as our lovely ceiling itself. And then we come over back here and we come into the back and we've got a work table for our jeweler, and we have all the tools he might need for whatever reasons there are, and we've got a vault. So we come in the vault, and this is where everything would be stored at night. So you're going to want to put them on the jewelry on trays, and you'll either be able to put them into the safes or you'll be able to put them on the shelves, depending on their expense value. But that is it for this build. I'm going to get started working on the next. I got a bunch of stuff for you guys. So as you can see, we have 3 buildings to go through. So let's get started. The first up is Alara. And Alara is a barbershop with a hair salon up top, which we're going to get to. But down below is your barbershop with some seating and the cash registers. And we've got some sinks with the faucets and everything like that. And if we come in here, we've got some storage space and our hot water heater. And if we come up here, we have the hair salon. Now these guys, they've got their own sinks for each of their stations, and we've got the hair products line, and over here we have the all-important dispensary. And then we're out. We're out of here. Gotta move quickly. Gotta keep going. So much to do. But I'll show you the outside really quickly so that you guys get a good idea as to what I did for it. And it is always a challenge to take a square box and change it into something that's a little more eye-friendly. But yeah, I always enjoy the challenge immensely. All right, next up we have the flower shop, and it's I love it. I love it. I love it. It took me from being in a bad mood to being in a good mood yesterday. So, but we come in here, we've got all the flowers and choices that you could ever pick from for Minecraft, and we have some gemstones. And we have some vines that are overgrowing. They're welcome. Goodness, the upkeep on this place. I'm glad I don't run it. We got our ceiling, and we got our first source of magic that you guys get to see. So this is a water sphere, and it makes sure all the plants are watered all throughout whatever day it is. We've got the cash registers here. And I love this ceiling. I really love this ceiling. But if we come back here, we have workstations for the florist, as well as a refrigerator to keep the flowers cold. And we have a loading dock for all the deliveries on flowers and stuff. And that is about it on that one. Oh, and we have the pointed spikes. Yeah. If we come over here, we have not an art gallery. It's not an art gallery. Instead, I decided to make this into a banner place because these guys, if we remember from the warehouses in one of my previous episodes, one of their main exports was wool. So I wanted to kind of give a nod to that and make sure we kind of stayed within that same realm, but also kind of give the artistic aspect as well, where they get to weave whatever the heck they want. And if we come upstairs, we have a place where you can do classes. So mostly this is a place for classes. There would be a lot more of these guys if there weren't. But we have a loom, one very large loom, and it has created this beautiful tapestry of color. I don't know if it's whatever it is. It's not carpet. I don't think it's carpet, but we have a table here for people to be able to work on things or do sewing projects or something like that. And if you were to order a custom one, so say we pick out our alphabets, which is not complete, as you guys can see, and that's because, well, I don't know how to make some of those letters, and I didn't want to look them up. But there are a couple of them that I think that I can still figure out. I just need a little bit more time. So this place will fill up with more and more tapestries as I learn more and more, including like things like our stop sign here. That was a choice that like somebody came in and did, and we made it, and there like you pick the colors. But all of the selected ones, like the pre-ordered ones, they can go into the back room here. And I think that's it. Oh my goodness, guys. So many builds. So many builds. Good grief. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and leave a like if you would like to like the episode. And again, we are doing a Twitch live stream on Monday. Feel free to check it out at your own leisure or come and join me for live. And most importantly, stay rosy in the darkness.